Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of Kingdom, a South Korean television series from 2019 that could be classified as a drama-horror mix. Now, Season 1 is only 6 episodes long, with each episode ranging between 45 and 55 minutes each. A second season is set to begin production in the next month or so. Now, set in the 15th century, it tells the story of a crown prince who goes on a suicide mission to investigate a mysterious plague that's spreading across his country. He soon discovers that it is an atrocious epidemic in the form of zombies. So we begin with an announcement that the king has a case of smallpox, but rumors have spread among the people that he may have actually passed away already. A bunch of scholars are rounded up and tortured by authorities because they spread notices across the country that an evil family of the queen has been engaging in immoral acts to gain wealth. Now, apparently, the king was feeble and allowed Lord Hak-ju Cho, played by Seung-ryong Ryoo, also known as the Man, to obtain power through dubious means. Now, the people hope that the prince, played by Ji-hoon Ju, can lead the nation back to prosperity. One problem is that the queen is a very young woman who has been impregnated by the king with another successor, so she has a power play in her sights. And she does not allow the prince to even see the king in his state of sickness, which frustrates him. So the prince sneaks into the palace in the middle of the night, hears a zombie walking around the hallways, and then discovers that physician journal entries are suspiciously omitted from the records. So he suspects that something is seriously wrong here, but the powers that be charge him with treason. So he escapes and then travels to seek out a physician in order to find out what happened to the king and what exactly is going on with this plague that's going around. Then we're introduced to Duna Bae's character, who is assisting people in need when a dead body is brought back to her village. She then discovers a horrific truth regarding the survival of the poor, which accelerates the zombie outbreak and leads to mass chaos. So the main thing to keep in mind before sitting down to watch Kingdom is that this is not a complete series. As I mentioned earlier, Season 2 will begin production soon, and the final episode that is currently available, Episode 6, does not bring any type of closure to any of the stories or conflicts that are introduced in Season 1. In fact, Season 6 feels like the 6th episode in a typical K-drama that's 16 episodes long. So do not go into this expecting like a self-contained story that has finality to it in episode 6, because this is heavily reliant on what's to come in future seasons. However, I will say that I was definitely entertained by the first 6 episodes of Kingdom. All of the zombie-related stuff is impressive. The outbreaks are filmed well. The makeup is good. There are some lengthy attack sequences that are fun to watch. Of course, the setting of 15th century Korea provides an unusual backdrop for zombie mayhem. There's also some nice shots of natural environments too, which is a nice mix for the zombie stuff. And it also provides an opportunity to showcase weaponry that's typically not used in zombie films that are set in modern times. Stuff like swords, you know what I mean? Also, there are a few weaknesses to the zombies that are unusual as well, that you don't see that often in zombie films or TV shows. And I like that. They mixed it up a little bit. So overall, the zombie stuff works really well. The gore levels are mild when compared to other zombie films, but the zombies themselves are very aggressive and difficult to avoid for the humans. Also, little kids and the elderly become victims, which helps to maintain an edge, despite, I wouldn't say there's a complete lack of gore. There is some blood and stuff like that, but it doesn't get excessive. This isn't a Fulci film, right? Pacing is brisk. It does take a few episodes before the zombie outbreak really kind of kicks into high gear. We do get a few isolated attacks beforehand, but the story and the conflicts are set up properly in the meantime. I did watch all 6 episodes in one night, so this show definitely gets points for being easily watchable and crowd-pleasing. And it does successfully avoid most K-drama cliches. So even if you've seen a few Korean TV dramas and dislike them, Kingdom is something you could still enjoy because it feels more like a series of tonally dark films instead of a soap opera-ish TV show. So that's good. The one thing, though, I think that limits this show from being exceptional in my eyes is that we have a fantastic cast of leads. Ji-hoon Ju, Do-na Bae, and Seung-ryong Ryoo. But the characters themselves are not particularly memorable. Their development is sufficient and the performances are good, but I do not think that these actors are being given enough from a scriptwriting standpoint to really push their characters in a dramatic sense and create some emotional resonance with them. I would say above all else, I think Kingdom needs some memorable character moments and interaction in Season 2 to take it to the next level. The conflicts are certainly in place to make it happen, but I want to see more dramatic sparks when the zombies are not around in Season 2. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. But I definitely recommend Kingdom, which is available on Netflix in the United States. The first 6 episodes are totally worth checking out. But remember, episode 6 ends on a cliffhanger that leads directly into episode 7. So if you're okay with waiting a little while to find out what's going to happen next when the next season comes out, give this one a shot. It's good. And as always, I'll see you next time.